Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 13th. We're just going to jump right in here, Taurus, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. This looks really, really good so far. This is my favorite card in this deck, mostly because I'm a nerd and I just like fish and eels and stuff like that. So the electric eel card is awesome. But other than that, you have this like success card at the end. You do have something tricky going on around you. This seems to be like everybody is dealing. This is amazing. 2 aces. Can't beat that. It's actually a pretty good reading. What I would say is that I don't know if you remember the 2022 readings. There was like a lot of tricky energy in the 2022 readings. I even remember this rat card that you have at the end. It came up multiple times in multiple readings that I was doing. And I was saying how, really, if you look at the astrology, there's like a lot of tricky astrology going on. I mean, I've said multiple times in videos, don't trust anything you hear, just in general, period, because it's probably not the truth. Or, I keep telling people, go directly to the source, especially this year, because, there's like a lot of deception and things like that in the astrology. Second, I don't trust Neptune and Pisces. I'm a Pisces, right? And we have Neptune and Pisces, but Neptune and Pisces is too murky, there's not enough detail, so we really have to go directly to the source with information. But we also should be, again, we don't need to be paranoid. We definitely shouldn't be paranoid, because then we're going to attract something into our life. But we should just be aware, It's like, if they're tricky people, if there's someone who seems tricky, they probably are. Trust those instincts, right? And that's like the only warning I'll give you here in this reading. You have this fork in the road card, so I feel you have a decision to make. I would just make the decision. I mean, this is pretty clear to me that you need to move towards something new. Again, I don't think tarot should tell you what to do, or I don't think tarot can control your life, period, plain and simple. To me, it's loose guidance at best, but the entire reading is basically saying, if you're trying to pick between two things, pick the new choice. Doesn't matter if it's 2 people, 2 jobs, 2 businesses, 2 anything. I would pick the new path. You literally end with 2 aces, which is like a new beginning, something new. And both of them very specifically represent something new. So I kind of feel like you're at a crossroads, but the choice is simple. Pick the new path, do the new thing. You start with the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the Strength card. Here's the thing. Again, like I said, 7 of Swords, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but 7 of Swords, Devil, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, someone juggling you. If you've been dealing with like a liar, cheater, stealer, I would be very careful of that energy. I would be careful of anyone who seems tricky in the first place. If you get that feeling, that gut instinct that someone's tricky, they're tricky. I would be very careful of this. Could be in business, in love, anywhere, in any area of your life. Other than that, having said that, I also get, I feel like for some of you, that you could be making almost like a sacrifice. Maybe you've been working towards a specific goal, wish, or dream for a very long period of time. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you in the past, and I'm getting kind of deja vu as I'm saying this, but it's like sometimes I think we have a project, and I just got chills as well, which tells me that I'm kind of going in the right direction here. It's like sometimes I think we're working on something. It's like you've probably heard stories before about people who write books, right? It's like George R.R. Martin, before he was writing Game of Thrones, was writing another book, but he stopped writing that book to write Game of Thrones. It's like, I see something like that happening for you, where it's like maybe you've been working on something for a very long period of time, like a project, a business, or it could even be like your diet, it could be anything. And I feel like you're about to make a change. You're like thinking about doing something different, but I also feel like you're saying part of this crossroads here is like, do I make the sacrifice? Do I let go of all this work that I've done for something else? And really, what I would say here is, I don't think you're throwing anything away. It's like sometimes I think we have to work on something before we get to the real thing that we're supposed to work on, because we have to learn first. So it's almost like you've been in a period of training and learning, and that's whatever you've been working on now, that's what that is. You have the 2 of Swords. Again, needing to see that there's more opportunity behind you right here. So I feel that I just feel opportunity on this 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, to me, can represent a lot of different things. To me, it can represent coming to an agreement. It's a card of kind of negotiation. It's a card of being at a stalemate as well. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling that there's more opportunity on this island behind her. So for those of you that are thinking about making a change or doing something differently in your life, I feel like there's more opportunity just somewhere else. And moving or making the change, right? Some of you literally could be moving. For others, you could just be presenting your information in a different way. And maybe there's more opportunity for you in doing things differently, and that's kind of what I get here. You do have the Strength card. Some of you could have been dealing with a Leo, and again, this person could have been tricky, definitely dealing potentially with a heartbreak with the Three of Swords as your center card. The other thing that I would say, and again, I am not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice, Taurus. I would be very careful of your health in this reading. Again, I'm not a doctor, but you have the Strength card, Three of Swords, Devil. I would just say, follow all the typical health rules. Drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, do all that stuff. Again, tarot is not a prison sentence. I always say, it's like tarot should not tell you what to do. So again, this is just giving you advice, right? It's like you can take it or leave it. The reason you're watching this is so that you can avoid something like this from happening. So again, what I would say is I would just take care of yourself. That's it. I wouldn't go nuts here. I would just make sure you're paying attention. Next, you have this Bring Your Ideas to Life card. I love this card. Like I said, I feel you have a lot of ideas, but I feel like you need to kind of like animate your ideas. I feel like you need to kind of breathe new life into things. For some of you, I feel like this is the presentation. I keep getting that word. I think that's the second time I've said that in your reading, is presentation. Some of you could be presenting something in a presentation, but I also feel like the way that, the way you present something in your life is going to be very important. Reminds me of YouTube. It's like, when I first started this channel, I was like super stiff, right? Go back to my old videos. It's like now much more animated and things like that. But it kind of comes with practice. And I kind of feel that for some of you, where it's almost like something, but I also feel like something needs to have life put into it. It's like something is missing, like a soul, right? And I don't mean this as a criticism, but I'm just saying it's like maybe you have a business, and I feel like it just needs a little bit more razzle dazzle. It just needs like a little bit more life, put into it. Sometimes I think like having an opinion is a great way to give something life. It's like people, especially if you're on the internet, right? People are always afraid of putting their opinions out there because there's always going to be someone that disagrees with you. But what I would say is, it's a great way to inject life into something, because it's like life has an opinion. Like most things have an opinion, right? One way or the other. So, doing stuff like that could be doing it. It's like, I'm getting a million things popping into my head. It's like if you have a business, it's like maybe your colors are wrong, right? The colors of your website are wrong or something like that. It's popping into my head. But I really feel the way that something is being presented, it could also be yourself. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying the way you present yourself, maybe there are some changes you could make. And again, it's not saying there's anything wrong with you. It's just saying, hey, there are some things that you could work on that would really make some improvements here. And that's, kind of what I see. You have the Two of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Cups, I feel, could be love. I feel like there's an ego issue in love. So again, if you're dealing with some sort of weird, like toxic love situation, I feel like there's something wrong either with, I'm getting two things, either communication or ego with this Two of Cups card. So for some of you, I feel that. For others, again, the Two of Cups is meant to represent two completely different things. Both these people, when we get the Two of Cups and we're referring to love, it can represent two people who come from two totally different worlds, from two different places, or who have two totally different backgrounds. There's something different between them, right? They're meant to look different on this card. For a lot of you, again, I feel, it's the presentation of something. It's like if you're presenting a presentation, I feel like tiny little changes will make all the difference, like turning it into something else almost. Like I gave you the example of the book as well. It's like if you're working on a project, you might be maybe sacrificing it kind of, but you might be turning it into something else. I don't know. It keeps popping into my head. If you're doing that, or if you're thinking about doing that, I would do it, because clearly it's going to make all the difference in the world. It's going to lead to success. You have the Three of Swords. Again, some of you could be dealing with health. I would watch your health. I would just take care of yourself. Again, when you're watching this video, don't be paranoid, like I said, but I would make sure you're taking care of yourself. I feel if you do that, you'll be perfectly fine, right? With the Three of Swords. If you don't, then, who knows what could happen. So I would just watch yourself. I would watch your back as well. I'm getting something, Three of Swords, for whatever reason, has always been my card of the back. So I would take care of your back with the Three of Swords as well. Be careful, like lifting things, stuff like that. You do have the Two of Pentacles, which is like juggling, having a choice to make. Like I said earlier in the reading, I would pick the new path, kind of on a down and dirty tarot level. The Two of Pentacles is my card of just simply picking the new path, just simply choosing to do the new thing. I feel that'll be the most beneficial for you. I feel that will lead to the most success for you as well, Taurus. Next, you have this Rat card. It says someone is working against you or behind your back, and you have this Success card. Like I said, I would just be careful of toxic people. The success card I feel like is success. Really, with this rat card, now that I'm touching it, I really just feel it's like sometimes we become successful and people don't like it, right? So they tell us, oh, your ideas are bad, or you're stupid, or whatever they say, right? So I kind of feel it's more just talking about ignoring toxic energy, just ignoring the haters. You have the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. I feel a little bit overworked on this Devil card. Like I feel like I'm putting too much effort in. That's the best way I can describe it. So I would be careful if you are overworking yourself with the Devil. I would also, like I said earlier, avoid toxic energy at all cost with the Devil. I feel for others that you're definitely leaving a Devil situation behind because you have two aces. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, accepting a new opportunity, accepting a new beginning. For most of you, I feel like you're just simply accepting something new. For some of you, I feel like it's almost like you feel saved, by, I don't want to make it sound too dramatic here, but I feel for some of you, you really feel like you're being kind of saved from a very negative situation. Could be a negative work situation or business situation. And this is kind of like, I feel this is something that's coming in and is really saving the day. And finally, you have the Ace of Cups, which are your emotions overflowing, a lot of happiness coming in for you. I feel there are a lot of new offers coming in for you with the Ace of Cups as well. So I love this, where this is going. Let's clarify it. Let's see where this is actually going. And let's see if it's actually going to be an improvement, right? But let's see here, Taurus, what is going on for you? With the Seven of Swords, you have the King of Wands. Again, some of you, this could be a fire sign that you're dealing with. Could be positive, could be negative. Again, take it how it resonates. But I would definitely, especially if someone has ego issues or communication issues with you, I would be careful. For others, I do feel this is about being very bold, kind of like boldly charging towards something. The King of Wands, he is protected. He has these salamanders all over his cloak, and salamanders in the tarot represent protection from fire. So I do feel kind of like you are protected from risk, basically. With the Two of Swords, you have the King of Cups. This is the adventure, is what I would say. There's a boat behind him right there. You can barely see it. But the boat on the King of Cups, it represents going to uncharted territory. It represents leaving the familiar, going somewhere you've never been before, basically. Two of Swords basically represents the same thing. So, like I was saying with that Two of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity behind her on that new island. So it's like there's much more opportunity there than there is where you are. And again, I feel the words that are popping into my head are leaving the familiar. With the Strength card, you have the Eight of Wands, quick success coming in for you. Also a conclusion as well. The Strength card, it can be like you're trying to tame your inner devil. It can be like you're trying to conquer some negative behaviors, or it could be anything. Take it how it resonates. And I feel like this is quick success coming in for you. I feel like there's good news coming in for you as well. With the Two of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles, good news right here, and definitely new love. So again, if you're worried that you're never going to find a person, or if you're worried that you're not going to find true love or whatever, I feel like this could be definitely new love coming in for you. With the Three of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. I mean, ultimately you choose how you feel, is what I would say here. The Three of Swords can be, grief, sadness, all those things. Two of Pentacles, you get to choose how you feel. I would definitely move towards in the new direction as well. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Tower. Kind of interesting. I would say that, sometimes if we don't make a decision, the universe makes it for us. Is that such a big deal? No. I personally like the Tower. I know everybody's afraid of the Tower, but, the Tower is necessary. The Tower is happening because these people inside the Tower have been ignoring reality for too long. So, they're being brought back down to earth. To me, it's a good thing. It's like you're being grounded. With the Devil, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So there could be definitely a new earth sign coming in for you. The Devil does not have to be a bad card. It could be like a Capricorn coming in for you if you're looking for love. I also just feel like there's a new opportunity, like I was saying, that kind of saves you from that Devil energy. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Like I said, I feel like you need to see how much you have to gain. It's showing up in the same row. I'm going to show you in just a second, but this whole middle column, row, whatever you want to call it, is all about a new opportunity being much better than an old opportunity. Old opportunity, new opportunity. And you might be saying, Chris, there are only two cups. It's like, yeah, there's two cups, but he also gets the bridge and the castle as well. He's not just gaining two cups with the Five of Cups. He's getting a lot more. So I feel like something is much better than you think. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Hierophant, you showing up in a very strong position. I feel like this is just you showing up in a position of like victory and success. Again, you have that success card at the end. So I love this reading. Maybe a little bit challenging in the short term, but successful in the long term. Not even. I mean, I feel like you're going to feel the success this week. It's not like you're going to be waiting for this. So I like this. Thank you for being here, Taurus. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.